Avenue in downtown Chewelah offers craft beverages and brick oven-fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Why does she always sound like Mr. Bill? Oh, no, not Mr. Bill, Gumby.
It's Jim Carrey, isn't it?
No. Oh, no, Mr. Bill.
You'll be very careful out there today. We're at Terror Alert Orange, which means something might go down somewhere in some way at some point in time. So look sharp.
Yes.
Good morning. It's your KCHW morning show. Something is about to go down. Scott and Chuck are here, and it's Thursday. You know that?
Yeah.
Surprise! I say it all the time. I can't believe we're almost to October already.
It is crazy. It is crazy. There's actually some Halloween stuff in today's Bits and Breaks.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It's that time of the year. The weather's supposed to be cooling down.
Yep.
It's not yet, but it's supposed to be.
We got a surprise here in Maine. We were there was no more 80-degree temperatures in the forecast, and then it changed, and we had like 4 85, 86-degree days in a row, which is warmer than it usually gets all summer long. So,
Wow.
Yeah. So heat wave, and I think today we dropped down to 70, so that's back to like more normal temperatures. And the leaves are falling off the trees.
Yeah,
and some of them are turning reds. That's always pretty.
Oh yeah. I'm getting some leaves on the ground right now. It's it's been a year. We've had a bad aphid year this year, so anybody with maple trees especially got hit pretty hard with sticky leaves falling all over from all the aphid sticky goo on them. You go in.
Dung? Is it dung? Is it that's what it is? Is that the sticky stuff?
No, it's the aphids. They secrete this sort of sticky stuff, and then it attracts the ants, and the ants get the sticky stuff, and
then they eat them.
Yeah, and the leaves fall off the trees, and you go in your house, and you got leaves stuck all over the bottom of your shoe, and yeah.
Chuck, it's all part of the circle of life.
That's right. the dogs go roll around in them, and then come in. You got to peel the sticky leaves off the dogs, and then the dogs get crusty. Yeah, it's been a fun one.
You've got some more warm weather or warmish weather coming your way. Let's take a look at that forecast. Now, today is 78 with plenty of sunshine, overnight low of 43. You have a 2% chance of precipitation.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, slim to none. All right, 73 and 40 for your Friday under sunny skies. Mostly cloudy as you start the weekend on Saturday, 72 and 45. 72 and 46 for Sunday, but add in a 15% chance of rain. So there you might see something. Then take off on Monday, partly cloudy and 76. And here comes those warmer temperatures midweek. Tuesday, 83. Wednesday, 85. Thursday, 83. Friday, 81. Your
Yeah.
overnight lows, though, right around 50, 48 to 50 degrees. So those overnight temperatures definitely cooling off despite the warmer temperatures midweek next week. But some cool temperatures and a cloudy weekend headed your way, but not much rain in it. So.
Yeah, we're getting to that. We're getting to those points where you put a jacket or a hoodie on going to work in the morning, and then the second you get inside the building, you have to take it off. Yeah.
Yeah. Layering.
And in the
All
morning,
right,
you wake
Chuck.
up, it's cold. It's that dance. You know, do you turn the heater on? Do you not turn the heater on? It's a little
put it
cold
off
in the
as long as
morning.
possible.
Yeah.
Save that money.
Exactly.
Grab a sweater. Save that heating money. All right,
Yeah,
Chuck,
no kidding.
are you loaded for breakfast, or is that something you want me to do?
I am. I've got it. I've got it right here. So for breakfast today, well, I guess I just switched over the screen. There we go. Breakfast today, we have the cold variety of cereal. And this is one we still have questions with. One of these mornings, I'm actually going to call the school and find this out because it says banana split or breakfast smoothie. I'm assuming they're not giving away banana splits for breakfast at the school. My guess is that it's yogurt, like a banana split style, but with yogurt, which would actually be really delicious.
It's something a little healthier.
Yeah. After our show last week, I went out and grabbed some yogurt immediately after the show.
There you go.
That was a different story about yogurt, though.
Mr. Lightbody.
A breakfast smoothie, a variety of bagels, a variety of super bakery breads, bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, and apple cinnamon French toast. Then let's see what we have for lunch. Their lunch menu this year, man, so they got a new person, I guess, over there making food. And they've
Stepped up a notch, did it?
Yeah, they got a nice variety and all this. All right, so let's see what we got here today for lunch. What day is it today? Mac and cheese, breadsticks, veggies, and fruit. I talked about how he's stepping it up, and they got mac and cheese.
All right.
But I love mac and cheese. You can't go wrong with mac and cheese.
There's nothing wrong with mac and cheese. No.
And you know who I can ask about it, Scott?
Who's that?
I can ask Jason Perrins, our school superintendent. He's going to be on the morning show next Wednesday.
There you go.
Yeah, so we can talk to him about it. I wonder if he knows. I wonder if he goes and eats in the morning.
I bet he does.
I would.
Circulate with the kids. I bet he does.
Yeah, that'd
Seems
be a good
like
idea.
something he'd do. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
All right, Senior Citizens potluck and games happening today. That's right. It's citizens from the Chewelah Valley and Springdale area invited to join on the first and third Thursdays of each month. And, of course, that's going to be today for its games and potluck from 10 to 3. This takes place at the Valley Fire Department. Here in Chewelah, you do have the food bank open, and that is open 10 to 2. So 10 to 2 food bank, 10 to 3. Fun and games at the Valley Fire Department.
I got news about that yesterday. I was actually talking with a young lady who's part of that organization.
Okay.
And she said they have about 45 people coming to every one of those sessions. And
No way.
Yeah, and they're buying more games, and it's really, I guess, taken off.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Do they play any like tackle football or anything?
No, they play like pinochle and cribbage.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess the potlucks are really good. There's lots of people bringing a lot of great food, and yeah, it's really starting to take off. And they said every week they have about 2 more people come, so those numbers are growing and growing and growing every week. So
nice.
Yeah.
Good for them. All right.
Yeah,
Get
really
out
fun stuff.
and hanging out with your peers. That's awesome. All right. Tomorrow morning, you've got the weekly Chamber of Commerce meeting. If you attend that, or if you don't, maybe you should help out your business, help out the chamber. That goes from 7 to 8 at the casino, 9 to 11:30 pickleball up at the golf course, and then of course our Chewelah Farmers Market between 11 and 3:30. That's your Friday. What's happening on the weekend, Chuck?
Well, this one is actually pretty cool. The Lions Club 8th Annual Romp and Roar is happening up at the golf course. This is, let's see if I can get the information up. This is an annual tournament. There's all kinds of terminology in there that I don't understand. Something about shotguns, and when I was in college, that had a completely different meaning. The poster includes a gentleman sitting on a toilet, driving a ball. Let's see. So grog is served from 8:15 to 9:30 while supplies last.
Do you know what that is?
It's like rum and water.
Is it? I
That's
thought it was like beer in a special container.
You know,
Could be wrong.
that's what I thought too. But when I looked it up, traditionally anyway, it's watered down rum.
Oh, I think they're drinking beer and playing golf in the morning.
I think so.
Okay. Could be wrong.
Yeah. There's a costume contest.
Because they call that at breweries, like some breweries where you can buy your grog and then you can bring it back and get it refilled. So I'm guessing it's beer. I could be wrong. Okay, sorry.
I'm guessing it is. I'm guessing it's one of those where the terminology has changed over the years, but that was the original thing. Okay, so registration. Let's see. Oh, the registration deadline passed 2 days ago. So if you want to go and be a spectator, you're more than welcome to. All right, moving along here. What do we got? The Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary is happening from 9:30 to 1 o'clock up there in Colville. Then we've got the Fired Up Pizza Blues and Brews Jam on Sunday from 4 to 7 p.m.
And that animal sanctuary, you didn't say what it was. It's a shot clinic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the vaccination clinic. That's all right.
Did I just say the Colville Animal Sanctuary is happening?
Yes.
Oops. I guess I missed. They are putting on the vaccination clinic. And they
are happening.
They are happening, man. Have you ever met those guys? They're great. So that's 9:30 to 1 p.m. 501 Old Arden Highway in Colville. They ask that you have your dogs leashed and your cats in a carrier. So there you go.
All right. I think it should be backward. Your cat should be leashed and your dog should be in the carrier because I'm a cat person.
Oh. Have you ever seen people?
Your dogs.
Have you ever seen people try to put a cat on a leash?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I've seen some cats that just take to it, though.
I have too, but and Mooch the radio cat, everybody knows she drove that newer knows she goes everywhere in the car or the RV. She logged about 30,000 miles. I thought she would adjust really well to the cat on a leash thing. So it's back when the radio station was on the side of the 3rd Street Mall, and I take her out the door with her leash, and she doesn't want to walk, so I drag her several feet. Then I decide to pick her up, and I walk down to the end of the sidewalk, and she was a chubby girl. So, I mean, it's a harness. It's not just a collar.
Yeah.
And it's on really tight. And I get down to the end of the sidewalk. I set her down. Somebody starts a motorcycle. It spooks her. And she jumps about 4 feet straight up in the air. And when she landed, she was out of the harness. I don't know how, it was like magic. She jumped in the air, and when she landed, the harness hit the ground, and she was separated from it, and she just hauled tail back into the radio station. Exactly.
Wow. Wow.
And I really didn't need to put her on a leash because she would do what she was a very well trained cat. She would do whatever you told her to do. So it wasn't really. I just wanted to see if she'd do it, and I traumatized her a little. All right, enough of that.
We have a cat, and he's never been out of our house since we've got him home, so I don't know what he would do if he ran out. He was found in the wild, but he's obviously he's not equipped for that. I don't think. I don't think he did well. He's a chunky boy, and he needs his people. He's actually the sweetest cat ever. But yeah, I can't imagine him being in the wild. So.
All right, a few news headlines before we head for bits and breaks. Federal Reserve cut interest rates by 0.5 percentage point yesterday. It's the first time a central bank has reduced rates since 2020 amid efforts to lower inflation without triggering a recession. Inflation surged after the pandemic, but while it's gone down significantly, it hasn't reached the Fed's 2% goal. Officials expect at the end of the year, end it at 2.6% inflation, which is pretty close. They maybe be doing another rate cut. All right. Maybe some more through 2026. Borrowers may not see immediate impacts, but over time, interest rates on credit cards, auto loans, other types of lending are likely to come down from their peaks. Move is also likely to trim savings account yields. So that's a disappointment out.
Yeah. We did on the morning show yesterday a little bit. Sharon ran through some calculations of different interest rates at different prices. We got really exciting yesterday.
All right.
But it's amazing the difference of like 0.5 percentage point in your interest rate over the course of in a average loan equates to like a couple $100,000 by the time that 30 years is up. It's pretty insane how just the tiniest little amounts and huge difference.
All right, moving on to TV. Joan Vassos began her journey on the Golden Bachelorette premiere with remarkable authenticity, they say. That's of the 24 bachelors, only one was given the first impression rose.
The first impression rose?
The first
Rose.
impression rose. I've never received one of those.
Oh, I was thinking Rose like with a W, like they did her hair in like cornrows or.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. She gave one out of those 24 guys, only one made a good first impression.
Wow. Wow. You can tell
all right,
I watched that show.
Have you ever watched it?
No, I never have.
My kids were really into The Golden Bachelor, so I ended up catching like half the episodes up through the end.
Yeah.
And it was actually pretty good.
I mean, I shouldn't judge. One of our favorite shows we just started watching that just came back for another season is The Circle. It's a show where they put a bunch of people in apartments and they chat with each other and get to know each other over chats, like basically Facebook Messenger, you know. And it's a guilty pleasure thing, definitely.
State Department announced that its online passport renewal system is available to Americans who wish to skip the mail-in process, but there are certain requirements that have to be met. But that's cool because it's always been such a hassle to get your passport.
Yeah.
I'm always scared too. I did the mail-in thing, and I'm always scared to like mail off your birth certificate. Am I really going to get it back?
Well, you know what happened to us when we left Alaska is that happened to me. I had there was a mistake on my application, so I had to resubmit something, and we literally waited as we were leaving Alaska. We were out of our apartment. We camped out in our RV by the mailbox for 3 days waiting for my passport to come. My passport came in the mail. I grabbed it. We started driving, but my birth certificate was just lost. And it was
because it comes in a separate envelope.
It does, and it comes later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So if you're doing that process and you've done the mail-in process and you get your passport, but not your important documents, if you read the fine print, they warn you that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get them separately. Not sure what the reasoning is behind that. Maybe so if it gets stolen, they don't have all your personal information as well.
Mm-hmm. And your passport and your birth certificate.
Yeah, it's a safety thing, I'm sure. All right, moving on. Walkie-talkie explosions. This came up in the news. At least 20 people were killed after walkie-talkies exploded in Beirut. This happened one day after Israel figured out how to run a pager attack on Hezbollah. Hezbollah switched to using pagers so that Israel couldn't spy on them, and apparently Israel's found a way to blow up their pagers.
Wow.
Yeah. Israel seemed to acknowledge the attack, saying the country is in a new era of war.
Wow. You know, the part that really blows me away is there's still pagers?
Yeah. Where did they find them? In an old box from 1984?
That's crazy.
And then the fact that somebody's making walkie-talkies explode. How do you do that?
I don't know. I knew some CB radio people that made other people's radios explode in their car, but that was more of a psst thing and a puff of smoke.
All right. Nearly every Democrat and 14 Republicans rejected a bill to avert a government shutdown. Democrats argued a provision that would make it illegal for non-citizens to vote would place extra burdens on eligible voters. And despite several challenges during the regular season, the Milwaukee Brewers defied expectations to become the first Major League Baseball team to clinch a playoff spot. The Yankees secured the second spot shortly after. The Brewers. Wow.
That's a name you don't hear very often these days.
First two episodes of Frasier Season 2 dropped on Paramount Plus overnight. Netflix true crime series Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story dropped overnight. Women's basketball, Fever and the Mystics take the court at 7 p.m. Eastern on Prime Video. In football, Jets play the season's first home game against the Patriots at 8:15 Eastern on Fox. Mm-hmm. Colin Farrell returns to the Batman universe in The Penguin. Premieres at 9 p.m. Eastern on HBO. A lot of hype about that one. And you can look at The Penguin. You would never know it was Colin Farrell.
Really? Is it an HBO movie, or is it one that was in theaters and now is out released on HBO?
It is a new HBO television series.
Oh, okay. Well,
and he's cool. He's in extensive makeup.
Yeah,
I mean, you cannot recognize that it's Colin Farrell. And he came out after they finished filming and said he's not going to do that again. That he did not enjoy the process of making him, 300-400 pounds.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, if that had been Will Ferrell, that'd be a completely different show.
Right, Smarty Pants. Since you did that, here we go to Bits and Breaks. Chuck Ritchie getting this morning's first joke. Second, I guess.
Right?
It's second joke now, Chuck. Your second joke.
Right? Well, I mean, the two of us are here, so that makes it at least third or fourth. Oh man. That was bad. I was talking about myself, not you, Scott. It's okay.
All right, thank you. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
So
Okay,
the big boss at a company was complaining in the staff meeting that he wasn't getting any respect. The next day, he brought a small sign that read, "I'm the boss," and taped it to his office door. Later the same day, he returned from lunch and found that someone had taped a note to the sign that said, "Your wife called. She wants her sign back."
That's a good one.
I like that.
A bunch of things you didn't know yesterday. I started off with 4, and then I found so much more. And just thought we'd share them. All right. World's oldest known recipe is for beer.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually knew that.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
weird, unnecessary trivia. So beer was actually created, the wheat harvest and all that was hard to, wheat goes bad at molds and stuff. So beer was actually originally created as a way to extend, a way to preserve their harvest, the grains and stuff. Yeah. In a drinkable form that has fun side effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
George Washington's salary as America's first president was $25,000. Adjusted for inflation, that's $780,000 today.
Wow. That's a lot more
Yeah.
than they make, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Wow.
Right, 17th century English hospitals, a child's weekly diet included that beer.
Just like childhood.
Per capita, more people in Alaska walk to work than any other state. Are you kidding me?
I don't know if I believe that one. Although you go, in Anchorage, you go during the middle of winter time, they've got bike paths, a really well developed system of bike paths throughout the city, and they are full of people on bikes during the middle of winter.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But they maintain them. They keep them. They keep the snow off, and they snow melter and all that. So yeah.
All right, takes between 8 and 9 minutes for light to get from the sun to Earth. That's it, 8 to 9 minutes. The first soup was made from hippopotamus meat.
The other white meat.
All right, why don't you do a handful, Chuck?
All right, so the average adult produces about a half a liter of flatulent gases per day. Scott and I produce at least double that.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, I was speaking for myself there.
Don't include me in your stinky stories.
That results in about 14 occurrences of flatulent gas per day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. And then if you aren't just supposed to say those are rookie numbers?
Yeah, right? Although, I was going to say that's men only because we all know women don't fart.
Oh,
Yeah, it's true story. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Tarantulas, and this is equally horrifying, and tarantulas can live up to 30 years.
What a great pet.
Yeah, wow. Could you imagine you give your kid a tarantula thinking, oh, it's a spider, and then next thing you know, the spider and your kid are old? Yeah. Wow. So hundreds of years ago, only the wealthy wore underwear. Wow. This one's interesting. A slug has 4 noses. 4. The better to smell you with, my dear.
Why would you need 4?
I guess to find all that good stuff, huh?
Yes.
Research indicates that plants grow healthier when they're stroked. Okay. Pain travels through the body at 350 feet per second.
That's fast.
Right. During your lifetime, you grow about 590 miles of hair.
Ooh, I'm saving it.
I think between the two of us, we average out, Scott. Yeah.
What's under your hat?
My brain, Scott. My brain.
Okay.
Yeah. It pushed all the hair out of my head.
Oh, it's your brain under the hat?
Yeah.
Well, then
yeah.
I have something for you. I've been saving.
What's that?
I want to be just like you. I figure all I need's a lobotomy and some tights.
So I was telling you before the show, I did a Pecha Kucha presentation, right? And through that, I did pictures of myself throughout my life. I couldn't find any pictures of myself without something on my head.
Really?
Often, yeah, especially as a kid, it was a bowl or a pot or, a cowboy hat or something. Yeah, I don't have any pictures of me without something on my head. Weird, right?
That is kind of strange.
Yeah, yeah.
You always been into hats.
Apparently, or pots and pans and bowls, Tupperware. There was some Tupperware. Yeah. So the Frosted Flakes mascot, Tony the Tiger, has a wife and a son, Tony Jr., and a daughter named Antoinette. All of those were used in the earlier advertisements.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to go, Tony.
Yeah, yeah. And this one, I knew this one, and it makes my skin crawl, and I don't know how to feel about this, but I get it. Brain surgery is done while the patient is still awake. Since the brain has no nerves and no sensation, the patient is put to sleep while the skull is cut open, but then wakes up to see the operation completed.
Ew. Kind of like eye surgery. I've been through that a few times, and you got to be awake for that, or your eyeball rolls in the back of your head.
You have to be awake while they cut into your eyeball?
Yes.
How on earth?
You know how you get through it, Chuck? You want to know?
Yeah, I do.
Lots and lots and lots of Valium.
I was going to say, it would take a lot of drugs for me to let somebody bring a scalpel that close to my eyeball.
And I have some eye phobias, so like when I did the laser eye surgery and then the cataract surgery, I loaded up. I asked for extra Valium, and I was making jokes and just didn't care.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You want to cut the other one too?
And the light is so bright in your eyes, you kind of see them like start leaning down over you, but they numb it, and you really don't feel any of it, and you really can't see what they're doing, which is good because I'm cheap, so I opted, like on the cataract surgery, a computer could do it, or he could do it manually. And of course, manually was much more affordable. So I said manually, and then he goes, "I've done over 5,000, and I've never made a mistake."
I haven't made a mistake yet.
Yeah, wow. But I chose the by hand option, which was kind of scary.
Wow. Whew. Okay, moving on from that one. Cleopatra married two of her brothers.
Really?
Cleopatra. Gross. Yeah.
Yuck.
And in related news, a passionate kiss will burn up to 6.5 calories per minute.
Oh.
Seems like it should be more than that. 6.5 calories, that's like a Tic Tac.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. A turtle, much like an earlier story too, can breathe through its butt.
Could you rub my butt? Rub my butt. Back here, rub my butt.
I don't know why that was so quiet. It kind of ruined it. Sorry.
That's okay. It was the slow build.
Okay, I was slow, Bill. What did they say? Something about butts? Okay.
Are they talking about butts again on the morning show? It's always butt and fart jokes. Speaking of, a person uses an average of 57 sheets of toilet paper per day.
I think that's girls.
57? No wonder all our toilet paper is gone all the time.
Yeah, that's like overkill.
57?
I've heard stories, though, of like chintzy dads that would only let the kids use 3 squares. And that's the opposite end. That's not enough.
Yeah. How do you do that?
Yeah.
You have to... I'm not going to get into the details there, but I can't imagine that. I don't know. I've never counted. I'm not going to start.
All right. Good deal.
Yep.
All right. Moving along this morning. Things that kids teach us.
Yeah.
Then we got some Halloween goodies.
Ooh.
All right. First thing a kid will teach you, especially if it's someone else's kid, there's no such thing as child-proofing a house.
No, there is not. There's a lot of products you can buy, though.
4-year-old's voice is louder than 250 adults on a plane.
Yep.
Baseballs leave marks on your ceiling.
I learned a couple times as a kid, they also leave marks on your face.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, you can actually get the lace imprints in your skin. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Can we try that, Chuck?
No, thank you. I actually fractured my skull once. Getting hit with a baseball just above the eye socket. Well, it fractured my eye socket. Yeah.
Ew.
Super fun stuff. Yeah.
Wow, Chuck. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I still have a bump to this day.
I like this one. When you hear the toilet flush in the world's uh-oh, it's already too late.
You know, uh-oh and silence are two things you never want to hear from a child.
No.
Yeah.
No. All right. Legos on the floor should be reclassified as a weapon by the United Nations.
You know, I think our military could do well with, you know, you have your little satchel or your fanny pack. I don't do the militaries carry fanny packs. I don't think that's what they call them. But carry one full of Legos, you know, sprinkle those suckers out on the battlefield.
You do it at your house under the windows in case robbers come in.
Mm-hmm. Home Alone style.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, last one, Play-Doh and microwave should never be used in the same sentence. Now I want to try it. Does it destroy the microwave?
I don't know. But now I got to try it. We have an old microwave here at the station that I don't think anybody cares about.
Nobody cleans it at least.
I'll film it, you know.
Okay.
You know, a fun thing that we are going to do, we saw a video of, we're going to do this with KS Brooks. We have sparklers already. We saw this video where people insert sparklers into a pumpkin and then light the sparkler, like the big long ones, and you run it all the way through the sparkler, through the pumpkin. It has amazing effects, but we're going to jam like 10 sparklers into a pumpkin and then see what happens.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I typed it in, and there's all sorts of recipes for making Play-Doh in the microwave. But it doesn't happen if you doesn't say what happens if you leave it in too long. Yeah.
I wonder how that smells.
I don't know, but that smell of Play-Doh just kind of brings you back to your childhood.
It does. You know, there was one time, I think I actually bought one for my wife when we were younger and first dating, Play-Doh scented perfume. Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah, it turns out it didn't smell anything like Play-Doh. It was supposed to, but yeah, it wasn't right.
More like feet.
So,
No? All right.
So I've got a list here of what the kids want to get on Halloween.
It's the Great Halloween Candy Survey of 2024.
Yeah. This one I'm excited about. I'm excited about Halloween this year. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a good one.
Okay.
All right. So these are things you should stock up in your bowl before Halloween. Obviously, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Can't go wrong with those. Snickers. And Kit Kats, M&M's, peanut please for me. And the any of the like the Sour Patch Kids and Skittles, those are a tie. But any of like the that kind of stuff, the little gummies and that are always good.
Yeah.
You know what one of my favorite is, and it's just one of the plain boring ones that I guess a lot of people. My wife doesn't like buying them because she doesn't want our house to get egged. The bags with all of the Tootsie Rolls, all the different flavors.
Oh yeah.
I love those. Those are my favorite. Just give me a big bowl of those and I'll be happy. I like taking the vanilla ones with the fruit flavors, and you like get them a little bit warm and you twist them together, and then they're like creamsicles or limesicles. Ooh yeah.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Shared that with me several times, actually.
I know. I can't stop talking about it.
Really likes it.
I love it. So,
all right. It is Talk Like a Pirate Day, Chuck.
All right, B.
And September 19th, Talk Like a Pirate Day, since all your friends will be talking like pirates. A guide to help you talk like a pirate. By the way, it is also Meow Like a Pirate Day.
Meow?
Yeah. It says, to all cats, today's your day to meow like a pirate. Let it out loud. Arr. Every time you meow, your human friend will likely be making similar noises at its International Talk Like a Pirate Day as well. To all humans reading this, today is the perfect day to get your cat some mice to play with, either live ones or toy ones. Who buys their cat live mice? Pretend your house is a ship and let the mice go in different parts of it and watch as your cat finds and catches them. You can also dress your cat like a pirate and then spend the rest of the day arring with your cat.
So you could put an eye patch on your cat, let a mouse go, and then watch your cat run around in circles trying to get the mouse.
Ooh, now that's even better. I like that.
That sounds mean.
All right. Would you like to kick off our definitions and, use your best pirate voice, I guess?
Aye, I be wanting to kick him off.
All right.
Ahoy! Obviously it means hello. Hey, how you doing? Arg. Do you want to go back and forth on these?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
You want me to do arg? I can do arg.
Sure, go do arg.
Arg. It can be used for anything, good or bad. Examples: arg, what a lovely day, or arg, I don't like that, or you.
I was trying to think of an insult, but I couldn't. Avast, which means attention, please. Example is avast, ye scurvy scallywags. Stop what you're doing and listen up, ye dirty pirates. Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Fair. Yeah.
Belay, stop that. Example: belay that talk. Quiet now. Belay the swabbing and stop cleaning up. Which is what Chuck says around the radio station.
What? That's me mess. I put that there. You're ruining me organization system.
Sorry.
Grog.
We were talking
of
about
course.
this.
Yeah, we
earlier.
talked about that earlier. A pirate's favorite drink, which probably is where the rum definition comes in.
And then watered down because you're on a ship and you want it to last, right?
And you don't want to get too drunk on a ship. You just want to get half drunk.
All right.
And drink twice as much.
This is one of my favorites. Har! It's a pirate's laugh. You know, har, 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 har.
Yeah.
It's also for Chuck's for Chuck's note here. It's also the stuff on top of a pirate's head. Har!
Har, that'd be a lovely head of har you have there. Something like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And a jack, that'd be a sailor or a flag. So
Lass! That's be a woman.
mm-hmm. Not to be having on the ships, they're bad luck. Yep. Something like that. Yep. I'd be list. A list. That means you lean to one side. It's also what I'm gonna do today. Got me list. Falling over is one of them. Yep.
Chuck, what'd it be if I'm loaded to the gunwales?
Hi, my scurvy friend, you be drunk. 3 sheets to the wind. That was more Scottish. Yep. I crossed genres there.
You did.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, that's okay. It happens. And
Thank you.
me matey, that would be your shipmate or your friend or your co-host.
Oh, we see these all the time. Scallywags. Those are bad people, scoundrels.
I be seeing them right here in the station this very morning.
Yep.
And smartly, as in smartly they're pirates, which means to hurry up.
Sprogs. They be newbies.
The raw. Get there and swab the decks, ye sprogs. Yeah. Squiffy. You squiffy
No more
scallywag.
fart jokes, Chuck. You said no more.
No, right. That would be a buffoon or an idiot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. I've been called a buffoon before. Who does that? Who uses that term still?
A buffoon.
A buffoon. Yeah.
I use it, but only jokingly, I get. Maybe do I use it seriously? I don't know.
I was at the Chihuahua post office, and a guy cut in front of me and to accost the female clerk, and he was very angry, looked like he was going to go over the counter.
Ooh.
And without kind of thinking, since he cut in front of me, I cut in front of him and told him he didn't get to talk to her that way.
Good.
And then he started acting like he was going to hit me. He was screaming, and I can't remember what he was saying, and he's spitting in my face, and his fists are clenched. And I thought he was going to hit me, and I started to raise my arms. And then I thought, whoa, he's in a 3-piece suit. He's probably rich. And I went limp. I'm serious. That was my exact thought. He's in a 3-piece suit. He's got lots of money. I'm going to let him hit me. Didn't work out. He didn't hit me, but he did before he ran screaming out of the Chihuahua post office. He called me a buffoon.
Wow.
Which made us all laugh.
Right. Good.
And then for the next 3 months, every time I walked into the post office, someone called me a buffoon.
Hey, buffoon. What's going on? I think that was your nickname in high school, wasn't it?
No. I'm going to tell you what my nickname was.
I've heard what
Hold on.
Shut up, Wesley.
All right, there we go.
I've heard your high school nickname, Scott.
Yeah, it's all right.
But I don't remember what it was, so there's that.
Good. Because if you say it...
You'll be very careful out there today where a terrible orange, which means something might go down somewhere in some way at some point in time. So look out.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got on that. All right.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea. I did hear it, but I have no idea what it was. Someone told me to ask you about it, And
that's an evil person.
Yeah, they said don't do it on the air though, because he might be sensitive about it.
I'm not sensitive about it. I just don't tell it to people, because once you hear it, you want to call me it all the time, and that'll make me angry.
Nobody needs that.
Nobody.
My teachers would, or my teachers would call me Loophole Charlie, or a couple of them called me the Reverend. And I was actually in our high school yearbook. I honestly, to this day, have no idea what it means or why, but I was voted most likely to become a televangelist. I'm assuming it's a not so thinly veiled insult.
Hold on, it's coming to me.
Hey, you know something? You ought to be doing radio commercials. How to talk a lot and say nothing.
Pretty much.
Was that it?
like a televangelist.
All right. Last one again was Squiffy, which is a buffoon, and ended to boot. Example: I'll have the burger and fries to boot, or I'll have the burger and also the fries, and give me a boot.
In a milkshake, a rum milkshake.
Oh,
that actually sounds good.
It does.
A rum milkshake.
Can I have a rum milkshake and put it in my boot?
That be cold. Yep.
All right. Let's see. I think we should skip the most.
We lost your audio.
Sorry.
There you go.
I think we should skip the most mispronounced words. I think we'll have a hard time with that.
Let's see. Phenomenon, anesthetist, statistics, ethnicity, escape, philosophical, realtor, anonymous, aluminum, espresso, anyway, itinerary, jewelry.
Wow,
there
you're
you
pretty good. Say the anesthetist again.
Anesthetist.
And then say phenomenon.
Phenomenon. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Phenomenon.
How about escape?
You know the song? Sorry.
No, I don't.
That might have been a copyright infringement. Please don't sue us.
All right. Here we go.
Stop singing! Well, it's no wonder you don't have any friends.
Yes, escape and espresso are the same. It is not escape, and it is certainly absolutely not espresso.
Espresso. I hear a lot. That's one you do hear a lot, though.
That one. I don't know what. Maybe I worked in coffee shops a lot when I was younger, but it's kind of like fingernails on a chalkboard. Espresso.
All right, let's do these real quick. It's how tech companies got their name, Chuck.
Ooh.
All right, first one. Apple, according to Steve Jobs, when starting out, the company had to file a fictitious business name statement for official purposes. Suggestions included things like Matrix Electronics, but Apple Computer was finally settled on with the condition that it would become the company name if no one else had any better suggestions before the filing deadline. Wow.
So basically it became, that's good enough.
How about Amazon, Chuck?
You know, I have to say really quick, though, fictitious business name statement is harder to say than any of those hard to pronounce words up above. Yeah.
It's true.
I just want to say. Yeah. So Amazon founder Jeff Bezos wanted a name that began with A so that it would appear early in the alphabetical lists. He settled on Amazon because it was a place that was exotic and different and sounded fun.
All right.
Yeah.
It's better than Microsoft. The name is a combination of microcomputer and software.
Boring.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
All right.
Google. The company took its name from Google, which is a mathematical term for the numeral one, followed by 100 zeros.
Wow. I wish I had that much money.
Do you say numeral one or is it number one? I think that was a typo.
Numeral one, followed by 100 zeros.
Okay.
All right. Yahoo. The name is an acronym for yet another hierarchical officious oracle. Yet another hierarchical officious oracle.
I just gained new respect for Yahoo.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of fun. Skype. The name is a combination of Sky and peer-to-peer. Remember, is Skype still around? Remember Skype?
Not so much. I'm say over the past 15 years, I've struggled to get it off every computer I've ever bought.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time you get that Microsoft update, what do? Because they own it. They turn Skype back on or reinstall it in your computer. It's a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. Like, what was it? Outlook and Internet Explorer?
I don't see how they got to be such a big company because really their software sucks. It's very, very invasive.
It's like a virus.
It is.
I remember Skype when it first came out. When we were kids, we all dreamed about being able to talk to somebody on a screen and you could watch each other. And then Skype came along and it was like, maybe not.
All right, somebody doesn't like us making fun of Microsoft.
Some of us here, particularly me, would like to buy you a drink and shake your hand.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry.
Oh, we haven't been following along. Craig says good morning. Carrie says good morning. Matt says good morning. Carrie said that Scots don't like a leash.
Scots?
Cats. My goodness.
I'm just gonna say, I kind of do like a leash.
She said, Scott, cats do not like a leash. It wasn't just Mooch. Yep. And then Carrie had to go.
Okay,
yep.
I got it.
I wasn't following along with Facebook. Sorry, everybody. Good morning.
All right. Reddit. The name is a play on the phrase. I read it. Well, that was pretty easy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Next one here. Dell. Another boring one. Yeah. Named after the founder, Michael Dell. Yeah.
Adobe. The name is a variation of Adobe Creek, which ran behind the house of the co-founder, John Warnock. I hate Adobe too. Sorry.
Yeah. It's expensive. You have to pay every month. And
Ridiculous.
There's so many things you cannot use without Adobe.
Yep.
Yeah. You have to have it, and it's expensive.
Monopoly.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Twitter. And this is a long one, apparently. So back when Twitter was in its infancy, it was a nameless program that went by the working name of Status. The creators realized how lame and obvious this was, so they decided to hold a much-needed brainstorming session. Basically, they wanted a name that captured the mobile aspect of the product, especially the vision of users buzzing in their friends' pockets at all hours of the day. The first idea, Twitch, conjured all sorts of strange images and was immediately vetoed, so another company decided to name themselves Twitch. That's another story. So they whipped out an old-fashioned paper dictionary and looked for words near Twitch and spotted Twitter and fell deeply in love.
Oh.
Now
Elon Musk ruined it all. That's right.
Such a cute story. And now it's just X.
Ruined.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. You know what's funny, though, is media professionals refuse to call it X.
I don't.
They keep calling it they'll say X, formerly known as Twitter. They will not. I mean, it's been a long time since he changed the name, and people in news still refer to it as X, formerly known as Twitter, and I bet you that bugs him.
Oh, yeah. The artist formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Etsy is the original name of one of the world's best kept secrets until Etsy's founder blabbed the truth during an interview with Reader's Digest. He really wanted a nonsense word because the brand was built from scratch. He kept hearing the Italian word Etsy, which means oh yes, and its Latin definition is also perfect, and if. So basically, a nothing name. There you go. Yeah. Pretty cool.
It sounds very clueless, almost like as if.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck, I got some fun ones for you today. Just a few minutes before we go to break, and a couple questions for Mr. Ritchie.
Okay.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Come on, Chuck.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
All right.
Really quick,
Ready
I
for
would
this?
have thought Etsy would have been like Latin for clogging up your Facebook feed with products you don't want to buy.
Homemade products that make you say, what is that?
Trying to sell your wares to all of your friends.
All right, bits of breaks today, and on to our funny games.
Okay.
First one is a trivia question, Chuck. Average person will drink 19 gallons of this a year. We've been talking about it this morning. And it's not saliva.
Is it grog or beer?
It is beer. There you go. What a great hint from Scott. We move on to the next question about
gallons?
19 gallons.
That's the average person?
Per year, yeah.
I don't think I drink anywhere near that. That's I gotta up my game. I'll see you at the brewery.
I'm going to need more grogs.
Right?
About 4 million people worldwide have this in common. 4 million people worldwide have this in common. It's something to do with their birth.
4 million. That's actually, considering the population, not a lot.
Correct.
I would say born on a leap year, on a leap day.
There you go.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I was so worried you were going to say born with an extra finger.
Born with a third nostril, like a slug.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've never seen. I wonder if that's ever happened.
Oh.
All right.
I don't know if that's something I want to Google, Scott.
Please Google extra nostril let us know.
I'm going to do that on my phone, not the radio station computer.
Cool. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
All right. Your next trivia question. If you're a golfer, the chance of you doing this in your life is 1 in 5.
Crashing a golf cart.
Ooh, nope, but that's a good one.
1 in 5. If you're a golfer throughout your lifetime, 1 in 5? Or like
I guess so. If you're a golfer, the chance of you doing this in your life is 1 in 5.
Get a hole in one.
Yes.
All
These
right.
are way too easy. Chuck's gotten slightly smarter.
Right? Just slightly. Only slightly. Don't overestimate it.
In a survey of office workers, 37% say they've caught a coworker doing this.
Eating someone else's food out of the fridge.
Nope.
Is it worse than that?
Yep.
Look on your face. Is this what is happening here?
I'm just the thing that the answer I'm looking for is gross, but I'm just the things you could come up with are exciting me.
I'm gonna go with microwaving fish.
No, sir.
No. Does it involve food in any way?
It does not involve food.
It does not involve food.
It involves them doing something to themselves.
Is it some sort of grooming themselves during the day at work?
I guess it's a form of grooming.
What is happening? Picking their nose?
Picking their nose,
Picking
a
their
form of
nose.
grooming.
Okay.
You heard it right here.
I would. Is that? Yeah, that's kind of ish grooming.
Yeah, grooming.
Yeah.
All right, around the world, Chuck, each year 500 billion of these are thrown away. Around the world, 500 billion of these are thrown away, making lots of trash. It's not plastic.
It's not plastic.
No.
We talked yesterday about how the garment industry, fibers, are one of the biggest polluters. Actually, the biggest polluter right now. So is it?
No,
is it clothes?
this is how can I tease you? This has to do with eating and drinking.
Is it cups?
It is. What kind of cup though?
Cans. Is it cans
No.
or bottles?
Around the world each year, 500 billion of these are thrown away. Looking for the word disposable cups, but I'll take cups.
Okay, I was gonna say
Because-
coffee cups. Or...
I'll take cups because, well, I'm easy.
But you said I wasn't thinking that because you said not plastic.
Yeah. See,
So
see how I twisted you?
A lot of disposable cups are plastic.
I figured though, if I didn't say that, you'd go off on some, plastic bottles and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, a little easier here. Spy the lie, Chuck.
Mm-hmm,
Former First Lady Nancy Reagan's Secret Service code name was Rainbow. The world has about 56 million millionaires, and the average person loses $150 gambling each year.
The average person loses how much?
$150 gambling each year.
Oh, there was a big crash outside. I'm going to go with the number of millionaires. I actually think it's more than that.
No, we do have 56 million millionaires.
Okay.
It was actually the gambling, and it's actually $350 a year.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's probably like a lot more for some people because there's a lot of people that don't gamble. So if they're averaging that out, there's some people losing lots of money.
You know, we sometimes go and we go with $20, and that's our we figure for $20 we'll have a entertainment, and entertainment is worth $20, and if we win, great. If we lose, that's $20. So
there you go. All right, Chuck, I'm going to leave you and everybody else with a riddle. All right?
Okay.
Okay. A man who can't speak wants to buy a toothbrush. By imitating the action of brushing his teeth, he successfully expresses his desire to purchase a toothbrush to a store clerk who points him to the correct aisle. Now there's a blind man who wants to buy a hammer. How should he express it to the clerk?
How should he express it to the clerk? He should tell the clerk he wants to buy a hammer because he's blind, not deaf.
Good job. There you go. That's the way you wrap up fun and games. When we come back today, we're going to have local birthdays, celebrity birthdays, a little bit of history, goofy holidays. There's a bunch of them. And we'll wrap it all up with today's odd news. But you got to stay right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7, and we will be back in just about 7 minutes.
By the way, Scott, I found pictures of humans with 3 nostrils. You don't want to see it. Well, maybe.
You know, if I have 3 nostrils, I'm sure going to need some more fingers.
Most of them are babies. I don't have enough fingers for this.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, mother, baby, but the G train has left the station. Get out here. Help me, Jesus. Help me, you, God. Help me, Allah. Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise.
It's 8:19.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service NOAA Newscast, September the 19th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. Like polling from other battleground states, the race for the White House remains close in Wisconsin. But fresh numbers out this week show some momentum shifts.
In early July, AARP released survey results in Wisconsin following the debate between President Joe Biden and Republican nominee Donald Trump. At that point, Trump had a 6 percentage point lead among voters 18 and up in the Badger State. Fast forward to September, and Democratic nominee Kamala Harris leads Trump by a single point for that same demographic in a new Wisconsin poll conducted after their debate. Pollster Bob Ward explains what specifically changed following the summer shakeup on the Democratic ticket.
The movement among independents, where Trump was ahead of Biden by 5 points 2 months ago, and now Harris is ahead by 11 points.
The single-point lead for Harris is for a head-to-head matchup question. It's slightly larger when factoring in third-party candidates. However, among Wisconsin voters 50 and older, Trump is ahead by 2 points. I'm Mike Moen.
And the International Brotherhood of Teamsters declined to endorse a presidential candidate Wednesday after releasing internal polling that showed a majority of its members supported former President Donald Trump over Vice President Kamala Harris. That's the take from CNN. They report it's the first time in nearly 3 decades that the union has not endorsed a presidential candidate. The Teamsters president, John O'Brien, said in a statement, unfortunately, neither major candidate was able to make serious commitments to our union to ensure the interests of working people are always put before big business. CNN notes ahead of the decision, the Teamsters shared internal data showing that a majority of members supported Trump over Harris. And next to Illinois, where rising demands for clean energy efficiency are producing a wealth of work opportunities.
According to the Energy.gov report, Energy Facts Impact of the Investing in America agenda on Illinois, the Inflation Reduction Act will contribute to job increases by producing $18 billion of investment in clean power generation and storage by 2030. E2 is a nationwide network of business leaders that focuses on environmental and economic policy. State Advocacy Director Michaela Preskill says Illinois' robust and growing clean energy jobs are driving economic growth.
Clean energy jobs grew by over 4% last year, and that's 8 times faster than the state's overall economy.
Workers manufacturing Energy Star appliances are using advanced materials for the construction and servicing of homes and commercial buildings. These efforts result in cost-effective lighting and HVAC systems, Preskill notes, which saves consumers and homeowners money. I'm Terry D. reporting.
This is Public News Service. September is Health Literacy Month, and a Denver-based group is working to help health professionals break a persistent pattern of discrimination linked to high disparities in maternal death rates.
Danielle Gilbert with the Colorado Council of Black Nurses points to research showing that between 2016 and 2020, nearly all pregnancy-related deaths of Black women could have been prevented through timely interventions at the patient, provider, or system level.
That report specifically found that discrimination played a role in over half of pregnancy-associated deaths. And approximately 90% of those pregnancy-related deaths were identified as preventable.
Black women in Colorado are twice as likely to die during their pregnancy or within 1 year of giving birth than the state's overall pregnant population. The leading cause of maternal death overall is self-harm and unintentional overdose, but for Black women, the number one cause of death is heart failure. I'm Eric Galatas.
Next from Eric Tegetthoff, Washington's clean energy law could bring thousands of jobs and billions of dollars to the state. That's according to a new report.
Greenline Insight's analysis of the Climate Commitment Act, the state's cap and invest law passed in 2021, finds it will create 45,000 jobs and generate more than $9 billion in economic output over the next 5 years. Lead author Jonah Kerman-Faber says the law has outsized returns for local economies and gains for the state as well.
These investments from the Climate Commitment Act support labor-intensive local industries. We're thinking things like construction, manufacturing, business operations, transportation.
The law could be repealed if Initiative 2117 on the November ballot is approved. Opponents of the Climate Commitment Act call it a sneaky tax on consumers.
Finally, our Alex Gonzalez invites us to the Pines Inn and Suites in Cottonwood, Arizona. They had long dreamed of transitioning to solar energy, and thanks to federal grants and tax credits, it finally became a reality.
Owner and president Anna Mae Corey bought the property in 2001. And has been working since to make it greener. For many years, Corey says she wanted to go solar, but was worried the expense of installing the panels would outweigh the potential savings. She says that all changed when she learned about federal dollars through the nonprofit Local First Arizona.
Even though I was already doing a lot of things, they currently support the solar business in that the government has a REAP grant where they will give you back 50% of your investment.
Corey says she was able to cover 70% of her business's solar installation cost with a $32,000 reimbursement from the Rural Energy for American Program, or REAP, and $23,000 from the Renewable Energy Investment Tax Credit.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Here's some radio stations, big and small, your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators and content at publicnewsservice.org.
And this just in for us, Chuck.
Great job, team. Head back to base for debriefing and cocktails.
Usually the cocktails come before the debriefing.
All right, I have a question to pose before you do that. We are back, though. Sorry about it. I cut you off. We're back.
no,
It's
that's
Scott
okay.
and Chuck.
Go ahead.
On the KCHW Morning Show. And I have this to propose to people. I know we had some people listening on Facebook. Hopefully they stayed with us through the break. My question is this. Chuck informed me that he used my likeness for a Pechacucha presentation last night without my permission.
I'm sorry, Scott.
Do I sue him or let it slide?
Wow. There were great
You weren't
pictures.
expecting that, were you?
No. I'm sorry, Scott. I'm sorry.
Adios, we're going turtle. It's a twister. It's a twister.
Although you know what a huge ego I have, and I love having my pictures out there. Thank you, Chuck.
But you know what, Scott?
What's that?
It actually got a round of applause.
Which picture?
Well, they were both on the same slide, but no, I actually said, the slide came on and said, and then I met this guy, and everyone actually erupted in applause.
Oh.
So yeah, it was a pretty sweet moment. So
okay, all right, I forgive you.
Yeah,
no lawsuit. All right.
People were just happy to see you, Scott.
Okay.
So
all right, let's move along then and see if there's anybody in local birthdays we want to sue.
Oh yeah, right.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, they probably knew what they were signing up for when they got their name on this list, right?
Yeah.
Right. We'll go with that. All right. So on our True the Valley Lions Cup calendar today, we have Easton Peters and Everett Peters with birthdays, twins, I'm guessing, possibly.
Yep.
And then David and Deborah Poto have an anniversary. So there you go.
Right.
Happy
You
anniversary!
know them, you love
birthday.
them. See them around town. Point and laugh. Tell them we talked about them on the radio. None of that suing stuff, though.
No. Maybe give us some money. Maybe give us money. Yeah, that'd be great. Hey, so Scott, I couldn't help myself. I did a little rabbit holing during the break on, it's called a supernumerary nostril. Otherwise known, it sounds much more useful. They also call it an accessory nostril.
Okay.
There's really not a lot to it other than, it's just a third nostril. And most of the pictures are kids, so I'm not going to show a picture. But it led into something even more disturbing. It's not uncommon to have a supernumerary nostril combined with supernumerary teeth and have teeth growing out of your nostril.
Ouch.
And there are multiple pictures online of teeth growing out of a third nostril.
All right. I'm getting sick. Can we stop?
Right. Yeah, let's stop. Sorry. I apologize.
That's what you get when you search, we brought it up in the first part, and then he searches it on the internet, and look what happens.
See what you guys do to me? Yeah.
Sorry. Celebrity birthdays. Jeremy Irons, Reversal of Fortunes. It played Scar on Lion King. He is turning 76.
Wait,
isn't
he the didn't he recently go missing and they found him weeks later?
I don't think that was Jeremy Irons, no.
Okay.
All right, TV personality Joan London is 74. Sherry O'Terry from Saturday Night Live turning 62. TV personality Soledad O'Brien, 58. Santa Lanthan from Harley Quinn and The Succession is 54. Jimmy Fallon turning 50. Allison Sweeney, Days of Our Lives and The Biggest Loser, 48. And Danielle Panabaker from The Flash turning 37. And that takes us to history with Chuck.
Yeah, so 1881, President James Garfield died of wounds inflicted by... I'm going to skip that one because there's a current event, so we don't need to talk about. 1934, Bruno Hauptmann was arrested in New York City and charged with the kidnapped murder of the Lindbergh baby.
All right.
Then in 1970,
very depressing.
Yeah, right. We're moving along. 1970, the Mary Tyler Moore Show debuted on CBS. Then 1982, the first smiley face ASC2 based emoticon was posted online.
Oh,
it's exciting stuff. I
think they call that ASCII.
ASCII?
Yeah.
Is that what they call it? ASCII?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
ASCII?
Yeah. Okay. ASCII. Well, that sounds so friendly. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Let me ask you a question. You ever use anybody's photos without asking?
Just the one time, and I'll swear I'll never do it again. I'm sorry, Scott. It was last minute.
No, I'm just picking on you because it's so cute. By the way, I used your pictures without your permission.
On the air.
All right.
Well, you know what? They were posted on the KCHW Facebook page, so they were already
That's
put
true.
out
They
there.
were
for the
already
world to
out
see.
there,
Yeah,
and I
you
guess
go.
I can't sue. Okay.
Sir, your case is dismissed. Yep. 2001, the Pentagon ordered combat aircraft to the Persian Gulf in response to the September 11th terrorist attacks. What is it, 90? So it's 8 days later was when it started. That was pretty quick. 2016, the earliest known fish hooks at 23,000 years were discovered in Okinawa Island, Japan.
Wow.
Very cool. I wouldn't they have been made out of bone or something back in those days? Probably.
Yep. Skip the next one.
Yep. 2023, Wheel of Fortune producers announced that Vanna White signed a 2-year extension of her contract.
Yeah. Me and Czech like to control history, and we like to leave out the ones of people that died, which there was 3 today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
3 pretty unpleasant ones. Yeah. So
All right. Few special events. Did you get the last one?
No, I'm waiting for this first one of the special events because this is I'm all over this one.
So head out to any Mexican restaurant and see if you could take advantage of this. It's free queso day.
Who's giving out free queso?
I don't know, but that could possibly be the best freebie ever.
Right.
I lived in a town in Indiana, and we had a Mexican restaurant there, and their queso was so good. Sometimes we would just go and get a 32-ounce to-go cup of queso cheese.
Oh yeah,
they'd actually sell it to us.
Back where I used to live, there was a Mexican restaurant. They did a chorizo queso dip. And it was served in like this little cast iron skillet, and it was the chorizo, and it had queso on it, and then they put another layer of cheese and stuff on top, and then they served it with avocados. Oh, now I'm hungry.
Ooh. All right, we covered this earlier, but it is Talk Like a Pirate Day. So annoy your co-workers.
Meow.
And it's the only time you can use the word booty at work without getting in trouble.
Hey. Boss,
booty over and over today.
Have you seen me booty? Do you want to?
Would you like to see my booty? Check out my booty. Can I check out your booty? See? It's all safe today. Yeah.
I keep me booty in me desk.
I think your booty's under your chair.
Oh, that's bootyful.
All right.
Sorry.
And then it's meow like a pirate day with your cat. I don't know why.
Meow.
Yeah. Butterscotch pudding day. Rumor has it pirates ate cats and dogs. And geese. Don't forget about them geese. Oh, pirates like to eat the geese too.
Who doesn't like a good goose? Yeah, and also rumor has it the butterscotch pudding that came in the multi-pack from when I was a kid is still in my parents' cabinet.
Ooh, delicious. I'm sure it's fine.
We used to always get those. We get the multi-packs. I'd go to Costco and get the big cases of the pudding that had all the different flavors, and there was little butterscotch on the end. Never got eaten. And I like butterscotch, but not butterscotch pudding.
And would your wife be mad if I said her name on the radio?
No, go ahead. She's not listening anyway.
All right. Woman Road Warrior Day, and I'm picturing Laura Ritchie.
I think she would appreciate that.
All right.
She'd be okay with that. I can see that.
Running people down, pushing them off the road. All right.
Oh, I think that's one of our biggest fantasies.
Okay. All right. Number for the day, Chuck Ritchie.
The number for the day is 223.8 million. Those are the acres of government-owned land in Alaska, which constitutes about 61.24% of the state's total land area. In contrast, Nevada has the highest percentage of land owned by the federal government, with, oh my goodness, 84.94% of Nevada is owned by the federal government.
It's because there's nothing there.
That's true.
So they own a bunch of dirt.
Yeah.
All right. But they do have out there, one of our listeners from Central Washington told me about it. And it's a giant panels of mirrors, and they're harnessing the sun. and he said that if you drive between, I think it's Reno and Las Vegas, it's 4 hours of absolutely nothing, but you see this bright white light off in the distance, and it seems like it never gets closer, and then you finally come upon it, and it's so bright that you can hardly look at it, and they're actually mirrors harnessing the sun's energy.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty cool. Something else you might find interesting, Chuck? The Great American Beard and Mustache Championship is this Saturday in Detroit, Michigan. It's a grassroots event backed by 60 facial hair clubs across the United States and Canada. World Beard and Mustache Championship will be held, next July in Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So remember, with great mustache comes great responsibility.
I actually,
who's got a big mustache that you really dislike?
That I really dislike? How could you dislike somebody with a really great mustache, Scott?
There's only one person because he has taken his great mustache and his great responsibility and used it to bilk old people.
Is it Tom Selleck?
It's Tom Selleck. Good job. Taking advantage of the elderly. He should be held down, and that mustache should be shaved off. He's such a disappointment.
You don't deserve that great mustache, sir.
No.
You have abused your privileges.
You're horrible.
I actually have a friend who placed, I think, in the top 5 in the national beard and mustache competition. He was
I wonder what that takes.
A very large man, probably 6'6", 6'7", red hair, bright, fiery red hair, with a beard that went down to almost his waist that was so beautifully maintained and manicured. It was impressive. He shaved it off once. I didn't see him for about a year. When I saw him again, beard was back. Full length.
How would you eat and conduct life with a beard that's past your waist?
I've seen, there's documentaries about this, and I saw one, it was one of the people in the bearding competitions, and his wife fed him and had like a custom thing they made where they lifted up the mustache with one utensil and then fed him through the other utensil. Just to avoid, well, I think that was during the competitions, when they didn't want to get it dirty. But yeah, that seems like a lot.
So here's a story on that conspiracy theory about Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
I read kind of a profile from a news guy who spent last weekend in Springfield, and he's basically in the story. He says it's scary there right now because of the rumors.
Mm-hmm.
And these rumors in Springfield, Ohio, of course, about the Haitian immigrants abducting and eating pets started with a missing cat and a game of telephone among neighbors, according to the New York Times. Erica Lee, one of the women involved, admits to posting the rumor on Facebook, but now regrets her actions. Her neighbor, Kimberly Newton, also played a part by sharing unverified information from sources she didn't know personally. The rumor gained momentum when a separate incident in Canton, Ohio, led to the arrest of a woman for killing and eating a cat, though she was not even Haitian. Despite efforts to debunk the false narrative, the damage has been done by Trump and Vance. Local officials and residents are now dealing with the aftermath, which includes the Proud Boys marching on the streets of Springfield. Schools being shut down with bomb threats, as well as city and government offices. All this going on in Springdale because of fake news.
Wow.
And because of what Trump said during the debate. All right.
That's, I remember being a kid that you get those rumors going around the neighborhood that, started by kids. And the first time I heard that, I'm like, oh my, are you serious? You're spreading like childish rumors around on no. I'm not going to go any further than that.
All right, Chuck, do you know why dogs and humans get along so good?
Because we have about the same intelligence level.
Yeah, pretty much. Researchers have found that when humans and dogs engage in bonding behaviors like eye contact and petting, their brain activity can synchronize. The phenomenon is called interbrain coupling. Synchronization occurs primarily in the frontal and parietal lobes and follows a leader-follower dynamic, with the human brain activity leading the dogs.
Oh,
maybe why they react to you so well.
I think other dog people. Sorry, Scott, we're leaving you out of this one. But maybe you get this with a cat. I don't know if it works with cats. But you can have moments with your dogs where you lock eyes and you just sort of almost feels like you're in tune with each other. It's other dog people know exactly what I'm talking about, where you almost feel like a weird sort of connection between you two, and you sort of like mind meld into one. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I had that with my cat because she was smarter than most, I would say. Not just because it's my cat, smarter than most because of the traveling thing and not being scared generally of like if a book drops, some cats go fly through the house and run across the top of your foot and cut you open and crazy stuff like that. She I mean, you could vacuum around her. She kind of had a good sense of that stuff. So I could see that we were very in tune. I could leave the front door of the radio station open and go to the other end of the building, and she wouldn't walk outside because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
There was definitely a connection there. The weirdest thing is when I came to train you, and I was gone from home for a month. When I got back, the cat was, like pets do, going nuts. About 20 minutes later, I was sitting on the couch. She came up on the couch, leaned against me, and took her paw with claws half out.
Yeah, of course.
And proceeded to pet my arm for at least 15 minutes. Just constant. I'd never seen an animal do that. She just, for like 15 minutes, and she'd never done that before. She petted me instead of me petting her.
Oh,
I thought that was really bizarre. But all right, enough cat stories.
Right? We could just tune in tomorrow for cat stories with Chuck and Scott.
Same cat time, same cat channel.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, we're kicking it off with the news attack. First part is true. Second part's a bad joke. And Chuck, as you kick it off, just know that I just lied. There's more cat stories in news.
Outstanding. I would hope so. I would hope so.
All right.
So 50% of us think that ghosts have been in our homes. 27% think that Bigfoot has visited. I'm not buying it, though. Bigfoot will leave tracks, not on your lawn, though, but on your Ring doorbell app.
He's going to leave tracks on your app?
Yeah. Yes, Scott. Tracks on your app. I
did. All right. According to a study, chimpanzees are natural-born killers, and their violent behavior has nothing to do with corruption from human influence. They are the only animals other than humans to literally go to war. They like to throw rocks, or as they see it, deadly unmanned smooth round drones.
There's a lot in that story that makes sense.
Okay.
So Target, they're going to hire 100,000 seasonal workers this year. They'll serve as reserves to replace any regular employees injured while they open the doors on the first day of the holiday shopping season. So they're like the front line.
Yeah, frontline workers.
Yep.
Baseball season getting exciting. It's a time of year when baseball fans have the patience to sit through a whole game.
Ooh.
Who has that?
Do you? I know a lot of people like it. To me, watching baseball on TV it's like watching paint dry. I'd rather watch golf.
There's a difference though. A game in person, awesome. A baseball game on TV, snorefest. Yep.
Agreed. Even like everything from Little League on down. Baseball games are fun, but on TV,
be there in person. I think it's something for me, anyways. It sounds like you too. It's something TV just doesn't do it justice. You got to be there in person.
Well, and it's about the snacks and the food and the drinks and the experience,
the sounds.
And
it's different. It's different in person.
It is the lines in the bathroom. The concession stand. Yeah,
the beer.
Exactly. Yeah. The $12 Coors.
But only at Little League games, of course.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
The Teamsters have thrown their hands up and won't be endorsing anyone for president. I don't know if you heard about this. They're endorsing the presidential candidate now known as Meh. Meh. Maybe not.
Is there anyone? Is there anyone? All right. New study proposes that Earth may have had a ring system once, similar to Saturn's. Guess Mother Earth traded in her rings for a more down-to-earth look. Did you see my pictures of the eclipse that I posted on my Facebook page?
Yeah, I used them in my presentation, Scott.
You did?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Really?
I was kidding. No, I did see them, though.
You
They
see
were
my
great.
pictures of me in the bathroom?
Yeah, you used those in my presentation, Scott. Sorry.
Anyway, it looks like there's a giant cookie bit off the Earth. So,
No, I did
the
see
moon.
them. I did see them. Those were great pictures. You can see the craters in the moon and everything. Those were. What'd you take those with?
And didn't it look like somebody just kind of took a cookie and took a bite off the top of the moon?
It did. Were those just phone pics, or did you have a nice camera that you did with that?
Not a nice camera. It's probably 10, 15 years old, but it worked.
Yeah, it was great pictures. All right, where were we?
Scientists.
Yeah, scientists think that humans developed eyebrows to express subtle emotions. They're basically ancient hairy emojis.
That's why the girls without eyebrows look so strange?
Yeah.
Okay. According to a study, only 14% of Americans have read the entire Bible, but I'm not sure how much they actually read it. According to the survey, their favorite part is when Darth Vader convinces Adam and Eve to join the dark side.
Out of here! Look for Henry Turtle! It's a twister! It's a twister!
It's the wrong book. All right, here we go. Wacky but true. Don't add anything to these stories, but sound effects from television and movies.
Yeah, so police in New York anyway are searching for a man and woman who took an empty subway train on a joyride before crashing it. I am sorry, that sounds like fun.
It does.
Driving a subway train. Yes, please. But then they crashed it. The duo boarded the unoccupied train in Queens just after midnight on September 12th. They managed to get the train running and collided shortly after with another parked train. Surveillance footage of the couple has been released.
Doesn't say if they got hurt.
I'm not advocating for crime, but man, oh man, that sounds like fun. Maybe not the crashing part.
Nah.
Maybe
One thing about trains. It doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is deciding to get on.
Are you coming? See, how it works is the train moves, not the station.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, mother baby, but the G train has left the station.
And it wrecked.
Yes.
Right. Man walked into a store in the UK, grabbed a banana from the counter. He then secretly placed it inside his sweatshirt. He then pretended the banana was a gun. Lucky for the thief, the clerk didn't see him steal the banana, assumed he actually had a gun. He made off with some money and some cigarettes, and he's still on the loose.
You trying to rob me, or is that a banana in your pocket?
Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Who sent you
Hey, wait, man. I'm just a driver. You know what I mean? I'm not even supposed to sing, but Chiquita Banana got hung up at Valley Presbyterian.
You're a bad banana with a greasy black heel. And by the way, ladies, speaking of the new look in poultry, we've crossed a duck with a banana.
The new look in poultry. Wow. Oh man. So in the next one here in the UK, a man who replaces car suspension springs with tennis balls was fined. The car was stopped and inspected when cops noticed a stack of balls where the spring should have been. Wow.
The funny thing, it seems like it was working.
How?
Whatever. How's the tennis season going?
All right, hold on. Will I try and find my balls, for God's sakes? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm okay.
Okay! Steven! Give me the tennis ball, mark number 1!
Yeah, what kind of car would you think the tennis balls would immediately just pop? What kind of car would actually be held up by? That's bizarre. Okay, I've heard people,
Prius?
right? You know what I'm talking about. I've heard a lot of people using hockey pucks for like lift kits. You use a hockey puck to It's apparently not safe though. Don't do that.
No.
Yep. I do have my air conditioning unit outside my house is actually suspended with hockey pucks because I lost the ones that came with it for the mounts.
What great levelers.
Right?
I was waiting for you, but it's actually me, isn't it?
It is you.
Guests at a hotel in South Korea were amused when a robotic vacuum cleaner made an unexpected exit. The device navigated its way out of the lobby and was found cleaning the sidewalk outside. Hotel staff had to try and retrieve the runaway robot and joked about its apparent desire to explore the world. And now, a word from the robot.
I'll be back.
Danger, danger, Will Robinson.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Quiet, please. I am analyzing.
Sounds exactly like my Roomba.
Last one here. So visitors to a park in Rio de Janeiro were enchanted by classical music coming from an unseen source. Upon investigation, they found I gotta be careful with this word, a pianist playing a grand piano hidden among the trees. The anonymous musician packed up and left before anyone could learn their identity. Aw.
You lost me at pianist.
People like me, we're like shooting stars. We cross the sky, burning hot for one moment in time, and then we plunged Earth and disappeared.
Until the time is right, disappear we will.
Mr. Murgatroyd! He vanished into skinny air. Disappeared even.
Exit stage left even.
All right. Great round of odd news there. And Chuck Ritchie, what is on our radio station tonight?
You know, tonight you can tune in right here from 6 to 8 p.m. for Out of the Woods, then 8 to 9 for Celt and a Twist, and then from 9 to 11 for Acoustic Cafe. And don't forget, you tune in tomorrow morning. It's going to be myself, Paula, and Craig. Online, we got some local music information and some goofy stuff. There you go.
All right. Very, very cool. I had a couple news stories that we never got to, and one of them I'll just throw out: a big egg recall. I don't know if they're actually sold in Washington. Milo's Poultry Farms and Tony's Fresh Market branded eggs, which I know we don't have a Tony's around here. Not sure if Milo's get shipped here, but these eggs have sickened 65 people in California, Colorado, Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Missouri, Utah, Virginia, and Wisconsin. CDC announced that they have active salmonella outbreak linked to these eggs, and 24 hospitalizations, 65 illnesses. So
wow,
watch out! Right?
Wow,
another reason to combine. What was it? And a duck,
a banana and a duck.
Banana and a duck. Yes.
And really quick before we go here, yesterday we were talking about Fall Fest coming up October 5th. I finally yesterday got the stickers for the kazoos. So those kazoos will be going out over the weekend for sale. They're going to be $3 a piece. They are a raffle ticket and to be used for the kazoo parade being held during the Fall Fest on October 5th. And yesterday on the morning show, so I actually have a retraction to make or a clarification to make. We were discussing the vendors. The decision was made this year for Fall Fest to not have outside food vendors and support the downtown restaurants that are here. One vendor that is coming, of course, always welcome, and they're a fixture, so I guess I wasn't really thinking about them when I said that on the air. Fireburgers will be there. So Fireburgers. Well,
that's supporting local too. So that is
100%. And yeah, just there was a couple folks were asking about that, wondering why Fireburgers wouldn't be allowed, and 100,000% always welcome. They support our local fire department, and man, I don't know what magic they work with those burgers, but they are good, aren't they?
Yeah, aren't they? I want to know what the secret is so you can make them at home, right?
I think I watch them, and I hope I don't get in trouble here. I think they soak them in like au jus or something after they cook them, and then they put them back on the grill right before you get them.
Ooh,
I think so. I think that's what they do.
Think so, huh?
That's my guess. That's my guess. I could be wrong, but either way, they're delicious.
What? One last story that popped up. Check it out online. I won't get into the whole thing. Wisconsin dad, lucky to be alive, hunting, got attacked by a black bear on September 6th. Was actually being mauled by the bear. His 12-year-old son shot the bear and saved his life.
Oh, well, yeah. Good going, kid.
It's actually, scary and heartwarming at the same time. It's online on Yahoo.
Oh, wow.
All right. We want you to have a great day.
Yes.
Keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio. And tomorrow it's, did you say it was Paula, Craig, and you, Chuck Ritchie?
Yes, that is correct, sir.
Right. What a great way to go into the weekend right here on Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7.
There you go. Oh, and
stop stealing my pictures, Chuck.
Never.
Oh, come on.
Also, really quick to add to the Fireburgers, also the Rusty Putter Bar and Grill will be down here at the festival.
Right.
So
all right.
also another local restaurant.
Come closer to town.
Exactly. All right, everybody, have a great day.
Come on down here. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jewish God. Help me, Allah. Help me, Tom Cruise.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you, Scott.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, mother baby, but the G train has left the station.